The Ku Klux Klan is a notorious white supremacist hate group with a long and troubling history in the United States in the 20th century. Here are a few lesser known facts about the Ku Klux Klan. In 1865, a group of Confederate veterans founded the KKK in Pulaski, Tennessee. Initially starting as a social club, it quickly transformed into a violent organization aimed at terrorizing and oppressing African Americans during the Reconstruction era. The name Ku Klux Klan is thought to have been derived from the Greek word kuklos, meaning circle, combined with the Scottish word clan. The name was chosen to evoke an air of mystery and historical connection. The Ku Klux Klan is recognized by their distinctive white robes, hoods, and masks, which they wore to conceal their identities while committing acts of violence and intimidation. These garments were meant to create an eerie appearance, adding to the fear they sought to instill. The Ku Klux Klan is also known to have elaborate secret rituals and ceremonies that were designed to create a sense of exclusivity among their members and reinforce their white supremacist ideologies. Let us know the general overview of their secret rituals. It was a significant event for new members, typically held at night in a secluded area. It aimed to instill a sense of commitment and loyalty to the clan's cause. The new members, known as initiates, were required to take a solemn oath of secrecy, pledging never to reveal any details about the clan's activities, rituals, and membership. It was usually a blood oath. During the initiation ceremony and other clan gatherings, members wore the iconic white robes, hoods, and masks. The symbolism of the white robes was meant to signify purity, while the masks helped to dehumanize the individuals underneath. The burning cross was one of the most infamous symbols associated with the KKK. During certain rituals, they would set a cross on fire, which meant to evoke fear and terrorize those they targeted. Within the clan, members held specific titles, often adopting names that reflected an aura of mystique and power. For example, leaders might be referred to as Grand Wizard or Grand Dragon. Rituals were accompanied by speeches and indoctrination sessions where leaders propagated their white supremacist beliefs. They aimed to foster a sense of superiority among members and dehumanize those they considered inferior, particularly African Americans and other minority groups. The Ku Klux Klan had a parallel group called the Women of the Ku Klux Klan. This auxiliary group played a significant role in promoting their ideology, recruiting members, and fundraising. At its peak in the 1920s, Ku Klux Klan wielded considerable influence in American politics and society, boasting millions of members across the country. They organized rallies, parades, and even managed to elect politicians in some regions. Over time, the Ku Klux Klan's influence diminished due to increased opposition and legal actions. Nonetheless, the group experienced periods of revival at various points in history, adapting their methods and beliefs to suit the times. It is essential to remember that the Ku Klux Klan's actions have caused immense sufferings and violence against African Americans and other targeted minority groups. Their beliefs are rooted in hate, discrimination, and supremacy, all of which should be unequivocally condemned.